that when they deal with you, you will go to heaven and you'll come back. Hello, welcome. My name is Simbihawt and I'm helping you understand a lot of Afrobeats and Nigerian songs that are out. Really quick, only the songwriter knows the true meaning of a song since they wrote it. However, I'm here to help out with some of the slang, the broken English, and the Yoruba language that they'll use in this song. Now, As E Dey Go was a song request from my dad. And my dad is very smart, very wise. He speaks Yoruba, English, bilingual, all of that. But let's go. So in this song, Naira is talking about, you know how it is. You know how it is in my town, in my area. So we'll find out. Let's get started. Now, Naira poses a question. He says, did you eat too much eba that you can't move your body, that you can't dance? So eba is a food in Nigeria. You eat it with stews and meats and different things. If you know fufu, it's kind of like the same concept. And he's like, did you eat too much that you can't dance? So if I want to take it a step further, and we're going to later on dissect the song so you'll see what I'm saying. But he's like, are you too full? Are you too proud? Are you too big that you don't really know what's going around, that you're lazy? And then he asked the same question again, but this time he says semo, and semo is like eba. So he's like, did you eat too much that you can't dance, that you can't move? Now he says la dugbomi, which is in my area, in my, like where he lives. Now he's talking about Lagos State, and there's certain parts in Lagos State, you know, that can just be a lot of activity, a lot of things going on. Like the guys, they know each other, they don't play. So he's saying in my area that tintiyo, like that we haven't eaten belle food, like that we're not full. Like, you know, maybe they've eaten, but they can't eat all that they want. Tinti gel, some people haven't even eaten at all. And then tinti by, which is like they haven't died, so they're still alive. So then he says, now someone else is coming in, and their ige is like chest. So he's saying in my area, in my hood, like where I'm from, people are still trying to make ends meet. People are still trying to do stuff. You now come in here and your chest is big. You're showing off. You think you're a big person. You want to be all bad and mighty. And, you know, maybe it's like their cars, like maybe someone's trying to live a lavish life and do too much and come into the area. Then Naira says, stop shebe, like don't do that. So that komalo shele is so that something doesn't happen to you. So putting that all together, Naira Marley is saying this. In his area where people are still making it, not, you know, people are still trying to make a better life for themselves. You now come into an area like that and you're proud. You're trying to be dominant and do anyhow. He's like, you can't do that in this, my place. Because if you don't do that, so that something does not happen to you. And then he says, Shady Nigeria, like in this, my Nigeria, is this where you're trying to come? In this place that I'm from, Nibo, where it can never happen. Someone in my area cannot come to this place and think they can just be all proud and mighty and that something won't happen to them. It will happen to you. And then he says that this Lagos is a state in Nigeria. And then he asks, in Eko is also, there's the Yoruba word for Lagos. So he's like, someone can't come to my area, do anything, and think something bad won't happen to them. Because the boys there, the people there, oh no, they'll come at you. And then he says, you know how it is, you know as E Dey Go, that's like broken English, that people, one more way, like they know that we run the town, we run this area. That's what he's saying. Bola similara, Allah is wealth, and it's an expression here to say, give me money. Because Omokbe is like a favored or blessed person. That's kind of like what they used to call themselves to like hype themselves up. That one king pariwo that they don't scream. So remember, someone comes into their town and tries to do whatever they want and harass people and be proud and mighty. And he's like, because these boys, if you try it, they'll come to you and they'll be like, give me money. Like, they'll come at you rough. And that they don't even need to shout too much, because when you know what they can do to you, you better do it or else. And then he says, don't do it in this town. Don't act like this in this town. Because there are some people, like some people, they may say, give me money and you better do it. Then there's some people that they don't, owo is money, that they don't even require money. Once you misbehave, once you act anyhow, they'll deal with you and they don't even need bribe. They don't need any of that. Now, owo is money and gbajumo is like popular. What he's saying here is like wealthy people, the rich are popular. Do not forget this, that wealthy and people that show their money and flaunt it, that they're well known. So he's saying because of that, if you come to my area and you're doing all this, be low key, be patient, be calm, because people can see you, you stand out. And then he's saying, you know how it is. And then he's saying, you know how it is, but you still come to this area and you try and break a bottle on your head. Now, this expression, if someone were to break a bottle on their head, like in Nigeria or something, is to show someone like, oh, okay, well, no, you can't try me. I'm big and mighty. So Naira is saying, whoa. You come to my area and you're trying to break a bottle on your head. In front of who are you trying to do that for? So he's asking that question. So Naira now says, Wadaru, Oru is heaven, and then Ba is come back. So he's like, if you think you can break a bottle on your head and be mighty, that when they deal with you, you will go to heaven and you'll come back. It's essentially, what he's saying essentially is like, don't even try it, because the way we'll deal with you, you will lose consciousness and then you'll still come back to life. And then he says, and you won't even try that again. That's what he's saying in Yoruba. And then Were is someone that's mad mentally, like, they're crazy and things like that. So he's saying even that kind of person that is not in their right mind, that when they still know when a car is coming, like they know to get out the way. So Naira's telling this person that if you think you can come to our town and harass, be smart. That even a person that doesn't think straight still knows when real opposition, real people, or real things will hurt them. And then that someone that sells salt, they don't need to tell that person that rain is coming. So if you think of someone that sells salt in Nigeria, they can go around hawking, like salt will be in a bowl, or like they'll portion it a certain way. Now, if water or rain touches salt, it can't mix. It will ruin the business completely. So a salt seller, when they think it's rain or a sign of rain, they'll pack all their goods completely. They don't, they won't be found outside with the rain like other goods. So Naira is saying that we don't need to tell you that you, like a salt seller, you don't need to tell you that danger is coming, that you should know and you should be smart to get out the way. If you come here and you're, showing off and being like this kind of person. Now, Ayo is joy, but here he's saying that sometimes when you're too happy, or you think you're running it, or he's saying happy, but he's saying happiness can hurt people. Happiness can kill sometimes. But in this sense, it's like, you think you have money, you think you're a big person, you're like happy, you're feeling yourself. That can be what ends up being the death of you if you're not smart. And that also that people pay for people. So essentially, like, someone can be like, oh, this guy, let's go and get him. Let's go and attack him. So just be smart, be vigilant, and calm down. Now he's saying here someone is doing Igbo or marijuana, that they're not talking, you know, they haven't eaten. So like a person's poor. Now, gari amuku is like leftover gari. That's what the person's eating. That's what they're doing to survive. And they're going home. They're just, yeah. Now he's saying here, don't tear off the imam or the afar's clothes. Like, they're like priestly people that preach, people that teach. And he's saying, don't do that. And he's like, what's going on? What did they say now that's going on? And here, Naira's just saying different flows. And he's like, can you come with me? Come home with me because we have money at home. So sometimes, you know, they're just going to throw in talking about a lady or a babe and just kind of sneaking that in there. And he's like, before you forget, you make sure you praise. Make sure you're thanking God. Like, don't forget to do that. And then he's like, how long does it take to connect? How long does it take to, you know, talk to God? But at any time, you can collect. Now, when someone says collect, it's like you can receive, they can mess with you and all that. So he's pretty much saying, like, don't forget to ever talk to God. Like, be careful. And then Naira always says kurumbe, and that's Yoruba for like leave there, like get out. Alright, and that's pretty much the end of the song. Let me know what you guys think. Do not forget to like, comment, subscribe, and turn on the notifications so that you can be up to date with my latest videos. Thank you. Take care. God bless. I'm in love.